Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Defining Discipline podcast. I'm your host, Scott. Defining Discipline is a lifestyle, a mentality, and a brand. And within this podcast, we're going to focus on self-improvement as you follow along with me on my journey. We'll also hear from special guests of all walks of life on this podcast and their remarkable journeys that led them to where they are today. Today is day 139 of my journey. At the beginning of the year, I challenged myself to run 365 days out of the year, all outside, bearing the elements, whatever they may bring. I also challenged myself to run 1,250 miles within that time frame. Well, I think it is going to be official today. Let's just do it. Why not? I'm going to change that to I will officially be challenging myself to run 1,500 miles within that time frame. Now, this is only my second year ever running. Within the first year, I ran 1,002 miles, and I also did that within 175 days. So this is now a 50% step up in the amount of miles I'll be going for, as well as a 100% step up in the amount of days I'll be attempting to run. Like I said, today was day 139. I was able to get out there today and pump out another 3.5 for the day. That put me at 11.3 for the week, which put me at 92.2 miles for the month. If you guys have been following along, you know every single month I do a monthly 100-mile challenge in honor of a different charity, and we try to raise money and awareness for that charity throughout that month while I'm attempting to run 100 miles within it. So in January, February, March, and April, we were able to raise some money and awareness for 4 great charities, them being the American Cancer Society, the Detroit Black Community Food Security Network, Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, and then Autism Speaks. Now we're sitting here in May, and we're raising money and awareness for the nonprofit and fundraiser To Write Love on Her Arms. To Write Love on Her Arms, they focus on mental health issues, such as suicidal thoughts. They also focus on anything that's like addiction and substance abuse. And I chose this fundraiser for this month because May is Mental Health Awareness Month, guys, and I wanted to do something that really reflected on that for this month. So if you would like to donate to this month's fundraiser, you can find the link to do that on the Defining Discipline Instagram and Facebook story, as well as my personal pages, Instagram and Facebook story. Though I do know times are tough right now and not everyone can donate, another thing you can do if you would still like to help out, and it actually goes a long way, more than many think, it is just to share this fundraiser so other people can get their eyes on it. Let's share it so as many people can be aware about it, and hopefully them seeing it, maybe we'll be able to raise more money as well. Other than that, though, give me 1 second here, guys. So, like I said, for the month of May, we're sitting at 92.2 miles for the month. So we're not too far out from hitting that 100-mile challenge. Now, I told you the 100-mile challenge is in honor of mental health awareness this month. I wanted to talk about that because I think everyone sometime in their life will go through some kind of mental health crisis or dilemma. Something will happen within their life that is going to be unexpected, that may send them down a certain road, and I just want to make that aware for everyone that everyone goes through it. So if you are going through it, don't feel like you're alone or you're the only one. That is a perfect time to really try to reach out to people you may know who are willing to listen, as well as reach out to maybe this fundraiser that I'm talking about, like To Write Love on Her Arms, or something of that nature where they can talk and you can talk some things through and discuss how you're feeling. As well as there are other solutions as medicine. You could talk to a doctor, you could take some medicine, as well as exercise. That is something that as of late has really worked wonders for me, is really getting out there and taking care of my body and exercising. I still have bouts of, we've talked about it these past episodes, of anger and stress and all of that, but me exercising has really helped me work and cope with those things on a daily basis. So I can't express enough how much exercise really helps the mental health, just mental health in general. So that being said, we talked about the miles for the day, which is 3.5, the week, which is 11.7, the month we're at 92.2. Now at the year we're sitting at 607.5. Guys, this is really exciting because oh, actually it's not exciting anymore. I'm sorry, I forgot. I changed it. It was at 1250 was my yearly goal. So the halfway mark was going to be 625, but since I changed it to 1500 now, we are sitting 892 miles out from the halfway point. So that being said, we're still quite a ways out from the halfway point. So change that up. But we're sitting at 607.5 miles. Yeah, other than that, we can get into today's episode, which is episode 139. Ain't that right, Precious? Ain't that right, Fussy? So for that episode, episode 139, we are going to talk about profit. I'm going to talk about profit because it's something that I understand is something that is really, really needed, but it's something I think that we're all trying to make this big, huge profit. You know, we're trying to be profitable, and I get it. It's a means to, to survival, but at the same time, I think we lose a lot of our humanity when we turn everything into some kind of profitable thing. So I have certain ideas of things I want to do within my life, and I really want to try to help out and do things. And I mention certain things to certain people, and then they look at me like I'm crazy, and the first thing they say is, "Well, that's not profitable. You can't do that. That's not profitable. It's not going to work." And it just, ooh, bless you. Things like that just really blow my mind. And I get it. You need to make a profit in order to pay someone. In order to, if you're gonna have someone work something, I get the whole idea behind it, but I think we just really lose ourselves with greed and things like that when every situation, everything has to turn some kind of profit, and it can't be something that's just meaningful or something that's community driven or there are things out there that are like that, but it's such a rare thing nowadays. And I just feel with how everything has been going, especially as of late, we're losing all of our small businesses, and now we're all stuck to these corporations, and now we're going to be stuck to their rules, and whatever they say, it goes. And it's just a really crazy thing to think, and it's really all about profit, because these corporations, they don't care about you. They don't care about what happens to you or your family. They just care about making the profit, and then the hires up making their profit. And it's kind of just like it's just a really dirty game, and it's kind of discouraging. I get it though. Like I said, I understand profit is something that is needed. But the reason I wanted to bring that up again, even for today's episode, is I just think that we can profit more from, like I said, doing meaningful things. You may not reap the benefits as much as you would like, or maybe you won't reap them as fast as if you were actually going and doing things strictly for profit. But I think you profit more from doing meaningful things in the long run. I think if you do things and you really are passionate about it, and you're meaningful about it, and you really put all the work into doing it, I think the profit, you will actually profit. I think money can come in if you're passionate about something and people see it and you have meaning behind it. I think you can make a profit. I don't think it's impossible, but I also think that you profit from it mentally. I think you profit from it on the inside. I think you just become an overall better person because of it. So that being said, I just think, we can all profit from meaningful things a lot more instead of thinking about just making more money than someone, or being better than someone, or buying the next thing that is consuming things that are just materialistic. I think we can do a lot of good in this world if we understand that everything doesn't have to be based off on profit alone, but we can really work towards meaningful things, and the profit that will come from that will far exceed the profit that comes from just doing things for profit alone. So that being said, I want to kind of end this episode. As you can tell, Miss Fussy here is getting even more fussier. Mom's not here to feed her. She's picking us up dinner on her way home, so I do got to close this episode out. So for your daily discipline, it is to really think about those things that you are doing in your life just for profit, just for money. Think about the things that you're maybe even selling yourself short morally. Like maybe you're doing things that you normally wouldn't approve of, but you're doing it just because it pays. Think about those kind of things, and think about the things other people are doing maybe that are really meaningful and changing the world, and they're still making a profit while doing it. Think about the meaningful things that you could do and make a profit for if you really put your meaning and your effort into something, guys. Think about profit that way. Think about I want you really for your daily discipline is to really think about profit in that way. Think about it and how much damage it really does, and then how we could really use it to our advantage, like I said, by doing meaningful things. So other than that, thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast, episode 139, day 139. We're still out here grinding, putting into work, aren't we? Putting out here running. We got a couple races coming up. We got the one here in June 5th. That is the 50K trail race in Yankee Springs. Really looking forward to that. Other than that, guys, we got the Detroit Marathon in October. Like I said, thanks so much for following along. This is the Defining Discipline Podcast. I am your host, Scott. I will see you guys tomorrow for episode 140. Thanks so much. If you guys can, please give us a like, a subscribe, a follow, a share on our Facebook, our Instagram, our YouTube, and whatever podcast streaming platform you guys have been listening on. Take care until then. Make sure you guys stay disciplined. Get your daily discipline done and for the day. And that daily discipline is to really think about the things that you are trying to profit from. Are they meaningful? And trying to really implement more meaningful things in your life that you can profit from. So thank you so much. Get your daily discipline done. We got a little turd that's coming out right now. Some poops. All right. Peace out, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.